Good day, this is Rick and LaWanda Banks.
Hey, people.
We would like to welcome you to Nuggets for Life. Our desire is to add value, change lives, and speak truth. We appreciate any comments or questions you may have about today's topic. Today, I would like to, first I have to take you back and tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in Richmond, Virginia, raised in the projects of Jackson Ward, and my mom was very creative. When we were running low on food, she had this little thing called goulash. And any chicken, rice, vegetables, she would throw it all in this pot. And it was called goulash. She was good too, Dad.
That sounds good.
It was good.
That sounds good.
If it was beef and potatoes and vegetables, hush now. She would throw it all in the pot, and it was called goulash. She had a way of making things work. When back then, we had bar soap. When you have this body wash that we have today, she would wait till the bars. You know how they get real, real thin and they dry out at the end of the month. At the end of the month, we used to grate it up, and when we ran out of laundry detergent, that was our laundry detergent. So my mom had a way of making things work. And if you didn't know, Rick and myself, we came off of our JOBs to pursue another business opportunity. And recently we went grocery shopping, and I bought some bar soap, and I love me some body wash. But I brought some bar soap, and I mentioned to him that I was trying to be frugal, and he was like, frugal? We shouldn't be living less than what we were when we were working. We should be living at the same standard. And when I got by myself and the Lord was speaking to me, he was like, we have a habit of lowering our expectations down to our circumstances. But we have to train ourselves to raise our expectations up to what it is that we want. And we did this amazing thing this weekend. We went dream building, and we haven't done that in a while. And we went looking at houses, looking at cars, and it was awesome. And it made me excited again to raise my expectations up to that thing that I desire the most, and that is financial freedom. I don't know about you.
That's right. That's right.
So, a question to you. What are other ways that people can raise their expectations to what it is that they desire and not bring their expectations down to what it is that they see?
Well, hey, everybody. My name is Rick Banks. This is just not so much funny, but just looking back over where we came from and where we're at right now. I don't know if many of you know that we had four teenagers all in one. We used to drive this little car that was seemed like it rode on three wheels. It had four wheels, but the way it shook, it seemed like it was on three wheels.
Nelly was not that bad.
And her name was Nelly, so you know it was bad. But and then we remember the bus.
Yeah.
Okay, don't talk about the bus. All right. And but listen, we came from a long way, and when we talking about expectation, talk about and I'm a faith man, and we talk about get your faith up to another level. You got to do something. You got to be intentional to get yourself thinking on a higher level. If you don't get yourself thinking on a higher level, you're going to be and listen, let me tell you this, and change what you keep thinking about every single day. I believe that thoughts are things, and if thoughts are things, what you keep thinking about all the time, you're going to have those things because you keep thinking about that all the time. And so one of the things when you talk about getting your expectation up, you got to change what you see. You got to change what you're listening to. You got to change your surroundings. Sometimes you got to drop some friends. We had to drop some friends, some Facebook friends. Not you, but we had to drop some Facebook friends. Not you again, because you still there. Thank you so much. But you're going to have to do something. You're going to be intentional. This is a life. Listen, America is not going to give you something. You're going to have to go out and make some things happen. And one of the ways you're going to do that, you got to get thinking on a different level. Take those thoughts up to a different level. Begin to look at some things. Begin to believe for some things that are different in your life. Don't keep staying the same way and looking at the same thing and expecting different results. It's not going to happen. You're going to get the same results because you have not changed. And I said this today, if you want some things to change your life, you're going to have to change. You the one who have to take that responsibility to change. It's nobody's fault but yours. Listen, you got to take some responsibility. Be intentional. Start reading some different books. Start talking to some different people, get some mentors. I believe in mentors. Get some mentors so that they can start pouring in you, or even some coaches. Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player ever, I believe. But he had a coach. So you're going to get some coaches or something, somebody that starts speaking to you and requiring some things of you that will make you successful, make you do some things different, make yourself get up and do something different. So, and when you begin to look at something different, begin to look into an area that you might be thinking to yourself right now that I can't have that because I don't have the degree. I don't have that they had to get to that level. But I'm telling you, it's something about beginning to think on a different level, begin to get your expectation up and desiring some things. Your desire have to come to another level. If you want things to change right now, I'm telling you, we're testimonies. It's some things that we wanted years ago for our children, and we begin to just put some things on the wall, begin to look at some things, and that changes some things. Get out of that situation. You don't have to be in that situation. I'm telling you, the land that you live in right now, it's not going to give you nothing. But so that means you have to make some things happen. In other words, we call this the land of the brave. You're going to have to be brave. You're going to have some courage. Land of the brave?
No.
What is it? Land of... We don't know, but it's the land. I'm telling you, it's the land. Listen, your environment, and this is what I want to say to you. Your environment, you can change your environment by changing what you think about all the time, changing what you believe all the time. That's why you have to, I'm a faith man again. You got to renew your mind. You got to change your mind, your mindset. It has to change so you can see some things different and start expecting some great things. Pull some things out of you because there's so much greatness in all of us, but yet we don't pick that field that's in us, pry that field, and pull it out of us so we can see some great things. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask a question because, you know how you go into an environment and you get excited because you're in that environment and then you have to turn around and go back to where you came from. How do you keep yourself encouraged even in where you came from environment instead of the environment you were excited and ambitious to do something in? How do you understand my question?
I think I understand your question.
Okay.
Say your question again. Hey, hold on, we're gonna get it, y'all.
How do you keep yourself excited when you're in an atmosphere where you're excited and then you have to go okay, I had this girlfriend and when I spent the night at her house, it was a beautiful house, a beautiful neighborhood, and then I had to go back to the projects. How do you keep yourself encouraged when you I was in the midst of the projects, but yet I experienced that nice neighborhood, that nice house, and that nice furnishings and all that stuff like that? When you see what you see, but yet you saw that, but you see this.
You have to change because you excited because you saw something. You saw yourself in something. Listen, I believe she was excited because she saw herself into something that was different, something that was exciting. And that's a key. Most of the time, we keep ourselves on a level where we're frustrated. You'll never move into greatness when you're frustrated. You got to get excited about life. If you can get excited about life, I'm telling you that you will begin to see some things change. And if you get in a place where you're frustrated all the time and start looking at your situation, looking at how bad things are, looking at the bills, the bills going to be the bills. But you keep looking at them, you're going to get more bills. But you got to begin to open your mouth and begin to get excited. Let's put some music on, I'm a faith man. Let me say that again.
Okay. He's a faith man.
Yeah, I'm a faith man. Listen, I put word on, I listen to word, I repeat the word of God all the time. I speak it into the atmosphere. I change my entire environment with the word of God. So that's what I do. I don't want to keep looking at how bad it is. Most people, the difference between, listen, let me say this. The difference between, and I believe this, where we was and where God's taken us at is we stop focusing on how bad it is. Most people keep focusing on how bad the situation is, how the bills are, how I'm going to get the bills, how I'm going to make it and get to that next bill, paid, instead of focusing on where they're going at. And if they keep focusing on those bills that are happening in their life and things they just they never have enough money. I heard somebody say that. I heard we went up to your sister's house. I think she said that. She said, "Well, I ain't never got no money." And I said to myself, shaking my head inside, I didn't never see it, but inside I was saying, she ain't gonna never have no money. Because listen, from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So what's inside here, if she never changed what's inside of here, she gonna be the same way for the rest of her entire life. Ain't nothing gonna change. It doesn't matter how she keeps saying, I think things gonna change. But she's not putting anything inside of her to change nothing. The heart has to change. If the heart don't change, the outside don't change. You are built from inside out. And because you see the outside, you think that I can change everything by changing the outside. No, you got to change from the inside out. Be intentional. Change that heart and you're going to change life. And not only the fact you're going to change life, people are going to start coming to you and asking you what's going on. You're thinking different. You're saying things different. From the abundance of the heart, the mouth going to continue to speak. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Or let's say this, life and death is in what you keep saying out of your mouth. It's your mouth. You bring success to your life. You bring the thunder. Got questions?
Any final comments? I think I can agree with that because being raised in the projects, I always had this mindset that I'm not going to raise my kids in the project. My mom was a mother of 5, and all 5 of us had different dads. That was some goals that I set for myself, even at a young age, that all of my kids going to have the same dad. And when I start having kids, I'm going to be married. My mom only married one of our fathers. So it was some things that even growing up in the midst of where I was, it helped me see the things that I didn't want to be. But I didn't have the knowledge and the understanding on how to get to where I wanted to be. I just knew what I didn't want, but I didn't know what I wanted. If you can understand that. I know what I didn't want, but I didn't know what I want.
But what did you focus on?
I was focused on getting out. Seriously, I was. I said, like most teenagers today, I can't wait till I turn 18. And I couldn't wait till I turned 18. I joined the service and I got out. And I met this beautiful, handsome man. Did I say beautiful? Did I met this handsome man?
Yeah, who was it?
Wise. It was you.
Okay, all right.
This wise man, and my mama said, like, what you do? Marry the first person you see? I'm like, yeah, he was a good man. He had some dreams. That's what he had. And he sold me on his dreams.
You sell everybody on your dreams. Key, you sell everybody on your dreams. Dreams are very, very important. What I'm finding out a lot of times is where people at. A lot of people don't want to be where they at. If the truth be told, we could say, listen, I'm really tired of being sick and tired. I don't want to be where I'm at. But where I am at. All right, she corrected me, y'all. And that's okay. I don't want to be where I am. Most people say that. But the truth is this. Most of us don't know how to get out of where we at. And we'll keep saying that same thing is, I'm sick and tired of being in this situation. I'm sick and tired of being here. And I don't want to do this no more. But here's the key. And you know the key. You gotta begin to do something different. You gotta begin to put something in you. Enough things inside of you to change what you see. To change what you think about. And what you keep, let's say, the story that you keep telling yourself. Everybody's living from the story that they see about themselves. Start telling yourself a different story. I really don't know how it happens, but it happens. You change because you start seeing something different in your life. You start seeing it something different in the inside of you. And that, I'm telling you, that's going to change you. That simple key, that simple nugget is going to change your life because you decide to see something different. Listen, go get a book. I'm telling you, go get a person. The 2 keys that I'm understanding about change is personal development, growth. You continue to grow until you ain't here no more. until the Lord takes you and you continue to grow. Theodore Roosevelt was a man that tested himself all the time. He read books all the time. And there was a testament that when he died with a book in his hand because he was continually growing. You got to be just like that. Because there's greatness in you that has to be fed continually every single day. You don't have to be where you're at. I don't think you're going to stay there. I think if you keep hearing something special about yourself, you're going to change, and then things going to change.
Wow. Situations
going to change because you decided to change. Listen, decide today. The day, say this, I say this all the time. The day is the first day of the rest of my life. And the rest of my life will be the best of my life. It's always going to be the best of my life. And when you begin to start saying it and start doing it, you're going to start seeing some things different. Listen, I want to be nowhere else but here. I mean, this is powerful, just talking to you, even though I can't see you. But listen, it's powerful just talking to you, saying some things, speaking some truth, adding value to your life, and we're here for you. So if you have questions about what we're talking about, listen, email us. And I believe you can do that by looking at the bottom of your screen. You'll see an email there. You'll see a YouTube channel. You got a YouTube channel yet? She's doing all the work. I'm just talking.
Well, I'm going to make one just for the both of us.
She's going to make one for the both of us.
Nuggets for life.
Nuggets for life. And we want to encourage you. We don't want to be here that long. In fact, I think the day was really too long for us. Because we on a run for success. We on a run to be different. We on a run to prove, listen, that life can be exciting.
Yes.
And that's our story. And we're sticking to it.
God bless.
God bless.